I have been let down all my life, right? I had expectations and everyone let me down. I didn't want this relationship to fall apart. So did you tell her that? Did you really mean that? I told her that I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. And I won't lie. Thought that young Jock and Kendra were in a good place, but the scandal is about to expose everything. I wanted to see if she took the exit. Like if he was giving me something, like I take it. Sometimes you give someone something and see if they take it, and if they do, that's what they truly want. Because there are rumors that Kendra is expecting. But guess what? The real father isn't Jock. Trust me, you're not prepared for this one, because rumors are that the person who betrayed Kendra isn't just any old man. Rather, it's someone Jock trusted. And when Jock, I'm going to shock you. But the worst part is that the man behind this betrayal isn't just a casual hookup. The scene with the smashed glass, the paparazzi crowding the house, and the person Kendra has been sneaking around with was straight out of a reality TV script. Who is the mystery man? And how did Kendra manage to keep this secret for so long? Hold on tight, because the tea is about to spill, baby. It's scalding. Someone close to Jock has been grinning in his face the entire time. When the truth finally came out, Jock didn't just lose it. Instead, he snapped. You thought that after all the cheating scandals and reality TV drama, Jocky and Kendra were finally in a good place. Congratulations. This latest bombshell is on a whole new level in their world, and it's hotter than ever. I'll take you back because, as anyone who has followed young Jock and Kendra's relationship knows, they've been through a lot. We're talking about cheating rumors, public humiliation, side chicks showing up out of the blue, the whole messy reality TV starter pack, and more. Here's what we currently know. Kendra is pregnant. Normally, this would be a happy announcement, but it appears that even Kendra has her limits, because what just came out is about to destroy everything. Nevertheless, Kendra has somehow stood by Jocky's side, and she deserves a medal for patience. The shocking part is that Jock is not the father. Yes, you heard correctly. You think that's bad? Wait a minute, because insiders, by which I mean the same shady sources who always know Jock's business before he does, say that things get even messier. Jock was unaware of the pregnancy. Nope, he learned about it from a leaked medical report that purportedly verified Kendra's pregnancy. But the DNA test, ruled out Jock as the father. When that report was made public, Twitter went crazy in a matter of minutes. There's no way Kendra did anything nefarious, like Jock isn't the father. So why am I asking him? He was out here protecting Kendra all this time, and Assisi was the one creeping. But it gets worse, because when Jock realized, oh honey, he snapped. According to sources, Jock was out running errands when his phone blew. Jock isn't. Fear of the reality TV star who was exposed in the paternity scandal. At first, Jock didn't believe it, thinking it was some sick joke, because, after all, Kendra wouldn't do that to him. However, when Jock saw the headlines, missed calls, and text messages, he realized that they were brutal, and that Kendra was pregnant. Witnesses said that after a leaked DNA report, the Jock was observed pacing back and forth, shaking his head and muttering to himself. He also allegedly hurled his phone across the room so hard that it smashed on the floor. One source claimed that the Jock kept saying, "This can't be real." This is where things get intense, because when Jocky entered that house, the energy was different, and it looked like Kendra was sitting on the couch. This can't be real, but it was. And when he realized that Kendra had been lying to him the entire time, baby, he got in his car and drove straight home. It's as if nothing had happened. She was browsing through her phone when Joker barged in, slammed the door, and said, "You've got something to tell me." And Kendra, she didn't even flinch. Instead, she gave him a bored look and said, "What are you talking about?" "Excuse me, girl. Don't play dumb." Joker allegedly then moved closer and said, "Don't play with Jock," allegedly pulled Kendra's phone off the couch, looked her in the eyes and said, "Not the father. Who is it, Kendra?" Kendra shrugged. "I'm pregnant," and you could see the veins protruding from his forehead. Jock lost it, according to witnesses who claimed that he kicked over the coffee table, knocked over a lamp, and hit the wall so forcefully that it left a dent. He was yelling at Kendra, demanding to know who the father was, but Kendra actually had the audacity to laugh and say, "Does it matter, baby?" The part that will leave you speechless is about to happen because, although Jock wasn't the only person who showed up that night, guess who walked through the door just as things were about to blow up? It's Kirk Frost. Yes, the same Kirk Frost who has been sidestepping cheating scandals for years. The same Kirk Frost who has been grinning in Jock's face the entire time is the same Kirk Frost who is Jock's so-called friend. When Kirk entered the room, Jock reportedly turned to Kendra and said, "Oh, you could see the moment it all clicked in his head. He is, isn't he?" And Kendra, just crossed her arms and said, "You wanted to know who the father was." "Oh my God," she said. "You're supposed to be my brother? How could you?" Witnesses claim that Jock lunged toward Kirk and security had to physically restrain him while he was screaming at the top of his lungs, "Do this to me and Kirk," because Kirk truly had the audacity to laugh. Kirk allegedly said, "Hey man, it just kind of happened," but in reality, he didn't. The worst part was that security dragged Jock out of the house while Kendra and Kirk stood side by side, watching Jock go completely crazy. The problem is that Joe isn't the type to just give up and leave. No, because rumor has it that Joe is already calling his lawyers and is allegedly getting ready to go nuclear. Additionally, Kendra may have just started a war she isn't prepared for. And Kirk, oh honey, if you believe Joe is about to let him get away with this, think again. As you are already aware, social media is consuming this, and Kendra is acting like a complete jock. Kirk Frost should take a break. Nobody has time for this messy behavior. He should also call his lawyers, right, immediately. As this is war, the question is, how long has this been going on? And did Kendra truly believe she would get away with this? You should stay locked up because this scandal is far from done. And I promise you that you're not prepared for what's going to happen next. You thought that was messy, didn't you? Juke's discovery that Kendra is expecting Kirk's child was only the beginning. And now that the fallout from this scandal is about to reach nuclear levels, we're just getting started. Juke isn't going to let this go. So let's pick up where we left off. We stopped because, according to sources, after being violently removed from that residence, the jock was furious and was observed sitting in his car with his hands holding the steering wheel so tightly that his knuckles became white. Witnesses said that he sat there for at least 15 minutes without moving or speaking. Since this wasn't just about betrayal, but also about humiliation, he was breathing heavily as if he was trying to stop himself from doing something crazy. Kendra didn't just cheat. She became pregnant by one of Jock's closest friends, and Kirk. Kirk didn't even have the decency to feel sorry for her. Kay? No, he was guilty about it. In fact, he laughed in Jock's face. However, things get worse because, as Jock was sitting in the car trying to comprehend what had happened, his phone began to blow up again. This time, it wasn't just the gossip vlogs. It was the shade that Kirk and Kendra had reportedly been seen holding hands at a posh lounge in Atlanta that same evening. Paparazzi then caught them entering the establishment together, seemingly unconcerned. The photos were posted online, and a few minutes later, Kendra and Kirk left together as Jock's spiraling. When Kirk, Atlanta's newest power couple Jock, saw the pictures, he reportedly lost it and called Kendra straight to voicemail. He then called Kirk straight to voicemail, allegedly leaving several heated messages, and let me tell you, the Jock looked foolish while Kendra was out here winning. The content of those voicemails is crazy, according to sources. The Jock was shouting into the phone, "So you should give me a call back. You think this is funny and you think it's a game." Kirk, on the other hand, wasn't concerned because, guess what? Kirk went live on Instagram Live. According to an insider CL, Kendra was sitting at home watching this in real time, trembling with wrath. Kendra was sipping wine next to Kirk, who sneered at the camera and stated, "Y'all need to mind your own business. Get over here." "Excuse me?" Crossed the room. And then Jock got into his car. Oh yes, Jock reportedly drove directly to Kirk's house. When Jock arrived, the neighbors were still discussing what happened that night because, apparently, Jock didn't even knock. He just walked up to Jock, allegedly smirked as he opened Kirk's front door and began beating on it as if he was going to knock it down. Kirk said, "You good, bro?" But he didn't, and that's when he lunged at him. According to witnesses, Jock grabbed Kirk by the collar and pushed him against the wall, screaming, "You think this is funny? You believe you can just take my lady and get away with it?" Kirk allegedly pushed back, saying, "Relax, it's not my fault that Kendra picked me." That's when Kirk allegedly swung on him. According to hard sources, Kirk punched Kirk so hard that he fell back against the wall, screaming, "You think this is funny? You believe you can just take my lady and get away with it?" Kirk allegedly pushed back, saying, "Relax, it's not my fault that Kendra picked me." That's when Kirk allegedly swung on him. According to hard sources, Kirk punched Kirk so hard that he fell back against the wall, tripping and stumbling before returning. Escalated into a full-on brawl. According to reports, Kirk and Jock were rolling around on the floor, throwing punches at one another, while Kendra was just standing there drinking as if nothing was wrong. When Kirk's neighbors heard the commotion, security was called. Jock was reportedly shouting, "This isn't over. I'm not done with you and Kirk." And when security arrived, they had to physically separate him because they believed someone was being robbed. Kirk, however, had the audacity to chuckle and add, "Yeah, you are the security personnel that forced Jock out of the house." And guess what happened? Was that the Jock left with a bloody lip and a torn shirt. And Kirk, he was standing in the doorway, adjusting his chain, looking totally unconcerned. But wait, it gets better because as the Jock was driving home, another one went viral online. It's worse than you may expect. In the video, which was leaked the same evening, Kendra is seen sitting in a dimly lit hotel room talking to an unnamed male. She can be heard stating, "Jock doesn't even know he still thinks we're going to work. Things are out, and the man you can't see his face well. But you can hear his voice says, yeah. Well, what he doesn't know won't hurt him." Kendra then adds, "I'm just waiting until the baby is born, and once the DNA results are in, that Jock will have no choice but to move on." Oh my God. Social Twitter was on fire in a matter of minutes. So Kendra was preparing this the entire time. Kirk and Kendra are complete villains, and when Jock saw the video sources, he was pacing his house in rage, repeatedly saying, "She played me. She really played me. Kendra needs to get legal help as soon as possible." Now that rumors have it that Jock has already gotten in touch with his lawyers, he is not only angry, but also planning to sue Kendra and Kirk for emotional harm and defamation. In fact, he may have a case because insiders are now claiming that Jock and Kendra had a prenuptial agreement. And if Jock can demonstrate that Kendra's adultery caused her to suffer psychologically and publicly, then dear Kendra may not only lose Jock, but also the bag. Meanwhile, Kendra and Kirk have reportedly gone into hiding. According to sources, Kirk has stopped returning his calls and Kendra has allegedly left. Completely off the grid, but Juke isn't letting this go. According to sources, he has already scheduled an interview with a major news organization, and he intends to expose Kirk and Kendra for everything they did to him. The real question, though, is how long this has been going on, and did Kirk and Kendra truly believe they were going to get away with it? You should stay locked in because this drama is far from finished. You thought that was awful. Oh, honey, you have no idea. The fallout from this scandal is about to reach disastrous heights. Jock is going to get away with this, and more importantly, he's going to take them both down. That Kendra was expecting Kirk's child, but that was just the beginning because now that Jock isn't just angry, he's prepared for battle. And Kendra and Kirk, they may have just put themselves in a predicament from which they can't get out. Let's continue where we left off because following that intense altercation according to reports, the very next morning, Kirk's house jock called up his legal team, and by legal team, I mean the same high-powered attorneys, because he had a plan and wasn't going to sit back and let Kendra and Kirk humiliate him like that. Oh no, he was prepared to make them pay. Jock wasn't content to settle this quietly. In fact, he wanted to go public. Eider claimed that Jock wasn't just seeking retribution, he was also attempting to destroy Kirk and Kendra's entire reputation. And guess what? Jock had the receipts to prove it, cause it appears that Jock has been monitoring Kendra's shady behavior for months. According to sources, Jock gave his lawyers a comprehensive folder of evidence, including phone logs, bank statements, and even surveillance footage, which purportedly demonstrated that Kendra had been secretly seeing Kirk for more than a year. And the worst part was that Jock had receipts proving Kirk had been using funds from their joint business account to pay. For these covert meetings, we're talking about lavish hotel rooms, exclusive dinners, and pricey presents, all of which were funded by Jock's money. Let me reiterate, Kirk was using Jock's money to, oh my God. But hold on, things get worse. According to reports, Jock's legal team told him that he could be charged with fraud and embezzlement because Kirk wasn't just having an affair with Kendra. He was also using company funds to do it. If Jock pursued that lawsuit, Kirk could be facing severe financial repercussions. And as you are already aware, social media was consuming this, and Kirk was cheating and stealing. Kirk and Kendra are truly going to lose everything, so it would be best for him to get his money back with interest. However, this is where things took a drastic turn for the worse, because just 2 days after the altercation, Kirk took to Instagram to share a photo of himself standing in front of a Rolls-Royce, with the caption, "Y'all, stay out of grown folks' business. Come on over here, excuse me, and guess who's in? Kirk? Oh, he tried to get ahead of the story. Yes, Kendra." Kendra was sitting in the passenger seat, grinning as if she didn't give a damn. The comments were harsh, so you guys are really showing off now. Kirk, you stole from Jock and got his girl pregnant, and you think this is cute? Jock needs to sue right away. But Jock was unwilling to allow Kirk to get away with this because the following day, when Jock appeared on The Breakfast Club, he spilled everything. He sat down with Charlemagne, DJ Envy, and Angela Y. And when they inquired about the situation involving Kendra and Kirk, Jock didn't mince words. He said, "Look, I'm not going to put it simply. Kirk and Kendra betrayed me, and they did it right in front of me." When Charlemagne asked him how he learned about it, the Jock simply replied, "I learned about it from the blogs just like you guys did." When Charlemagne asked him about the fight, the Jock laughed and said, "Let's just say Kirk got what he deserved." Oh my God. Jock continued to disclose that he was pursuing legal action. When DJ Envy inquired as to whether he intended to file charges, Jock replied, "Let's just say my lawyers are handling it." However, Jock didn't stop there, as later that same day, Jock released a single. Yes, a whole diss track, and shared a video of "Don't Play With Me" as a song on Instagram with the caption, "Oh honey," and lyrics that say, "They were cruel, thinking you were my brother, but you stabbed me in the back, took my girl, and took my money. Now, I'm taking it all back." It's the same with Kendra and Kirk, two pathetic people on social media, when Crazy Jock actually released a diss track about Kirk and Kendra. This is going to be a hip-hop war, and the song started charting. Yup, Jock's Revenge hit number 3 on the iTunes hip-hop charts in less than a day, and Kirk and Kendra, oh, they were, according to laying low sources, Kirk hasn't been spotted in public since the altercation, and Kendra allegedly deleted her Instagram. This is where things get crazy, because Kirk's other side chicks are now coming forward. Yes, several women have allegedly contacted gossip websites to say that Kirk had been hooking up with them while he was dating Kendra. One woman even said that Kirk has promised to support her financially, and that if he doesn't pay, she will expose him. Oh my God. and Kendra CIS isn't handling it well. According to insiders, Kendra has been bombarding Kirk's phone with demands to know how many other women there are. Apparently, Kirk told her to calm down, which only made her angrier. According to sources, Kendra has even left Kirk's house, and rumors have it that she has already gotten in touch with a divorce lawyer. Yes, you read correctly. Kendra may be attempting to get a divorce from Kirk. You can't make this up now that it's been played, and Jock is doing great. After the song came out, he reportedly booked a number of club appearances and interviews, and insiders claim that he's already in talks to release a follow-up song. However, the real question is this really Jock's end? Kendra and Kirk, or is this the start of a whole new drama, with Kirk's other women coming forward and Kendra threatening to file for divorce? This could end up being the messiest breakup Atlanta has ever witnessed. Oh, and the Jock is laughing as he watches everything fall apart. Jock may have lost Kendra, but he's going to win the war. So the question now is this the end of the relationship between Kendra and Kirk? Or is this just the start of a messier fallout? Let's face it, Jock may have dropped a diss track and initiated the legal process. But Kirk, oh, you know that he isn't going to go down without a fight. And if those divorce rumors are accurate, things are going to get rather ugly very quickly. Additionally, if even half of those claims are accurate, Kirk might lose more than just Kendra. Everything is on the line: his reputation, his finances, and even his position in the reality TV industry. But the real question is, should Jock pursue Kirk in court for emotional distress and fraud, or should he just move on and concentrate on his career? Additionally, do you think Kendra is? I know you all have opinions on this, so please share your thoughts in the comments. If you're living for this drama, don't forget to hit the like button because, baby, it's better than reality TV right now. Are you really going to go through with that divorce, or is this just another publicity stunt? Make sure you have alerts enabled and subscribed because the upcoming update will be much more exciting, I promise. You won't be prepared for what's coming. Stay messy for the next step.